Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tag video for you, and this is the favourites of 2012 book tag, and it was started by Sabrina at About Happy Books, and she very kindly tagged me, and it's 8 questions all about the books you read in 2012. So here we go. 1. Name the 3 favourite books you read in 2012. This was probably the hardest question because I read a lot of books in 2012 and a lot of them became new favourites. I discovered loads of new authors, so it was very difficult to narrow it down. So I'm actually going to be doing another video called The Best of 2012, and it's going to be the top 12 books that I read, so I wouldn't have to cut any out. But 3 of the favourite books that I read this year were The Diviners by Libba Bray. I love this sort of paranormal, supernatural, really quite scary book, creepy, but set in the 1920s. I loved it. It was a beast, but it was absolutely brilliant. Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. I got back into contemporary in 2012, and this was definitely one of the best. I loved Noah, I loved Echo, and I loved that we had both of their points of view. I thought it was a really good story. Both characters had depth. Not one character had more than the other. It was really, really well written, and it was amazing, and I'm definitely going to be rereading this at some point. And also Heart on a Chain by Cindy C. Bennett. Every chance I get to pimp this book out, I do, because I don't think it has enough recognition. I think it's an absolutely wonderful contemporary book, and more people should definitely read it. I reread it this year about 5 times, which, I mean, I hardly ever reread books, but this year alone I reread it 5 times. I read it in February for the first time, and then I've reread it 5 times. It's absolutely amazing, so you should definitely check this out. And if you have an ebook, it's really cheap on ebook, so you should definitely check this out. 2. Who is your favourite female character from a book you read in 2012? This one came to mind immediately, and that's Selena Sardothian from Throne of Glass. I loved her. She was a really strong female character. She's an assassin. She's really cool, and yet she does have this soft side, and she's an absolutely brilliant all-round character. I loved her so much. And then the favourite male character you read in 2012? Probably be Noah from Pushing the Limits. I totally fell in love with him. He comes across as a bit of a hard ass and an idiot. Well, not an idiot, but he comes across as, you know, a player and all of that, but really he's not. He has this really sweet side, and he wants custody of his brothers, and he's fighting for that. So yeah, I loved him. 4. What is your favourite love story / romance from a book you read in 2012? Again, it was probably a choice between Heart on a Chain by Cindy C. Bennett or Pushing the Limits. I loved either, but yeah, these were probably my favourite. What is your favourite series from 2012? It can be a series that you started in 2012, or it started before that and it's ongoing. So the favourite series that I actually started in 2012, but the first book actually came out in 2011, is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I read book 1 and book 2, Days of Blood and Starlight, in 2012. I loved them. It's an absolutely amazing series. The third, I think it's the final book, comes out in 2013. I can't wait for it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a wonderful sort of fantasy series. It's amazing. If you haven't read them, you need to. It's absolutely amazing. Again, they would have been in my favourites of 2012 video. Amazing. And 6. What is your favourite bookish surprise of 2012? At first I struggled with this question, and then suddenly it just came to me like that. My favourite bookish surprise of 2012 was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I read it for the first time this year, Another booktuber, Sue Morrow, she challenged me when she found out that I hadn't read the Harry Potter books. She basically challenged me. She said that if I read the first Harry Potter book, she would read something out of her comfort zone and read a YA contemporary. And we both completed our little challenge. And I actually really enjoyed it. I couldn't believe how much I actually enjoyed it. So yeah, that was probably my favourite bookish surprise, because I was adamant that I wouldn't like it. I was sure that I would hate it, but no, I loved it. 7. What is your favourite cover that you discovered in 2012? For a book that actually came out in 2012, my favourite cover was probably of Poseidon by Anna Banks. This didn't look like much when I first saw it, on Goodreads, on the screen. I thought, oh, that's just an ordinary cover, but in person I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the water effect, and I love this pink and the font and everything. It's kind of simple, but I kind of love it. And actually, the cover that was released in 2012, but the book comes out next year, is Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. That has to be my favourite of all the Cassandra Clare covers. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. And the last question, question 8, is who do you tag? As always, I tag Daniel at Book Disorders, Sue Morrow, Brian Reads Books, and anyone who wants to do this tag. It was a great tag. Thank you to Sabrina for tagging me. And yeah, happy reading, guys.